Hello, my name is Marielle. Welcome back to another one of my movie reviews. Did you know that caller ID was invented because of Scream? Scream is a gripping horror film that puts you on the edge of your seat. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel or to my Patreon. Avoid those wrong numbers and Ghostface, and let's talk about Scream. Scream became a horror classic in 1996. A serial killer dressed up as Ghostface is on the loose, murdering its victims. Sidney Prescott is tormented by anonymous callers. Fighting back, she has to think wisely about the killer's tactics. Scream begins with one of the best horror movie openings ever. I always watch this movie every year in October. Scream introduced a new scare dynamic to the horror genre. Consolidated with a white-knuckled, terror-inducing climax, Scream is a lesson to watch out for wrong numbers. Neve Campbell's fighting determination as Sidney Prescott is her best trait. Campbell had to remain in a state of panic for most of the film. She did an incredible job illustrating bravery, willpower, and leadership. Sidney showcases how to stand up for yourself, along with the courage to withstand any battle. The cast of Scream is memorable. Credits include Skeet Ulrich, Courtney Cox, W. Earl Brown, Rose McGowan, David Arquette, Matthew Lillard, and Jamie Kennedy. Drew Barrymore has one of the most memorable appearances that shocked audiences when the film first debuted to the screen. Every character has depth. Lillard was the best in his wacky and comedic performance. His delivery of, "I'll be right back," was my favorite line. Until last year, I never realized that it was Henry Winkler who played an uncredited role as the principal of the school. He was excellent. Shout out goes to David Booth and Carla Hatley for small, but unforgettable appearances. Even on the first watch, it's a little obvious who the killer is. In no way does that ruin the film. Viewers are kept guessing at every second. Whether that was the director's intention, it's a subtle detail that warns audiences to be on the lookout for anyone who has a strange behavior. Originally, Courtney Cox didn't get the role as the ruthless reporter Gail Weathers because filmmakers thought it would ruin her character as Monica on the sitcom Friends. Cox is outstanding. My favorite part about Scream is its positive message regarding women. Instead of acting helpless, women are taught to stand their ground and fight back. The horror of Scream is real. At times, the film is very unsettling, most notably the opening and final act. Much of it involves the real terror of a cryptic stalker who taunts its victims over the phone. For anyone who is triggered by the subject of stalkers, Scream is not the film for you. Scream introduced Ghostface to the world of horror. The costume is frightening. The costume adds more to the terror that anyone could be the killer. Now, Ghostface has become a popular character outside the franchise of Scream. The late Wes Craven did an outstanding job for his direction on Scream. The opening will always be one of the most talked about parts of the film. It is a well-written and very well-directed story. The editing plays a character of its own. Craven's work with the cast is notable as he created terrific depth for all the characters. Scream was not an easy film to make. Craven wanted to make it as real as possible. Due to a lack of communication, the police arrived on set. Because the frightening phone calls were actually made during filming, police thought that a real stalker was involved. Scream is an ultimate horror slasher classic. The slasher content is not for all audiences. Take caution and get out some popcorn and enjoy this film with your friends this Halloween season. Make sure that you follow the 3 rules of what to do in a horror movie. Thanks for catching my review of Scream. How have you been enjoying Shocktoberween so far? Tune into next week because I have more horror classics planned to review. What are you planning to watch over the weekend? Remember to stay safe this Halloween season. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel or to my Patreon. My name is Marielle, and this has been another one of my movie reviews.